Calais, ferried her troops across the channel. She circled around London, laying waste to castle and village. Her retinue spread like orderly chaos in ranks and columns, swaying and thrashing like a tail along the cool banks of the Thames. The king had sent his lords to organize a defense against her. Duke, Marquess, Earl, Viscount, and Baron alike answered the summons, led by the defender of the crown, the unrivaled Duke Godfried, that lion among men who had crushed the recent French invasion. Being the pretender turned servant, I loitered around the hall. I was waiting, as I always do, to receive my daily chores, when like a rabid roebuck burst a messenger into court. In one hand he held aloft a scroll bearing tidings from the field. In the other hand he clutched a gold cross to absorb the king's rage. All eyes and ears thus fell upon that hair-pale messenger, sometimes stammering, sometimes screaming. He recounted the tale. 60,000 men, infantry, archers, cavalry as ordered, met the dread lioness at Maidenhead, but fell into her maw. Their charges met with spear walls, their volleys of arrows missed the mark. Their shields snapped like twigs as her forces countered from every angle. Duke Godfried has fallen in battle, his troops lay strewn around him. The beast army defied the royal edict. Chaos wins the day. And so the king, now red with rage, rose from his throne and responded, has the Lord on high abandoned us now when we need him the most? Be this a test of my faith, I shall declare myself unworthy, for a God who places kings as pawns and so ravages the board is a God I cannot abide. When the stakes be as high as now, where were the feet to accompany my own as I trod my path? Where was the steady divine hand to ease the burden of the crown, having no course of action but to watch my kingdom crumble at the paws of oblivion incarnate? I hereby abdicate. Courtiers recoiled to see his majesty cast his crown aside. The jester danced a jig while the musicians played a doleful tune. The royal advisors shook their heads, and the chief among them spoke. You ask not even a horse in exchange for your squandered birthright. To which the king responded, who bade a fool right to damnation, like some mad glory hound seeking recompense for a life unlived. And in his final act within the court he ran the jester through, then shambled into the countryside, never to be seen again. Not one voice rose up in protest as I placed the crown on my head and declared myself a loyal vassal to the whims of the